Welcome to Island Treasures Mini podcast for caregivers. I am your host and certified caregiver consultant, Allison Van Schie of Alongside Caregiver Consulting. This episode is brought to you by our sponsor, Cabin Teely Contracting in the Comox Valley on beautiful Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada, where we care too. I learned about dementia-friendly cruising a few years ago and recently had the opportunity to interview the founder of Elite Cruises and Vacations Travel, who facilitates the opportunity for caregivers to travel with their loved one who has dementia. You can hear about this opportunity in the following video version of Island Treasures for Caregivers. And then in a few months' time, you can hear the full-length episode highlighting more information. Here's today's video. So I'd like to introduce you all to Kathy Shoaf. Kathy is the owner of Elite Cruises and Vacations, and she's here to tell us a little bit about what she provides for folks and caregivers of folks with dementia. Take it away, Kathy.
Hi, Allison. I'm so happy to get to meet with you and to get to talk to your audience. Thank you. Allison, I'm a registered nurse. I am a geriatric neurology nurse, and I spent 25 plus years in senior living, home health care, hospice orientations, and managing hundreds of families and clients with dementia of all different diagnoses, including heart disease, cancer, arthritis, and other debilitating neurological challenges, Parkinson's, MS, and so forth. I decided that there had to be a way that people get to still enjoy their life, even though they have a neurological or a medical challenge. Because in reality, we all do. Every single one of us has a challenge, has a problem, has a issue, that causes us to rearrange our life in a way that sometimes we wish we didn't get to. But I am determined that caregivers and their loved ones deserve to get to enjoy some time together. And so we create Elite Supported Travel. As a registered nurse, we travel with many other professionals. We travel at a ratio of 1 professional to every 4 travelers, giving them support 24/7 or as they need it. Starting as soon as they land at the airport, we pick them up at the airport and escort them to the group hotel.
Wow.
And backing up one step, we would also do an accompanied flight when we are requested to do so. So we will meet people where they are. Because myself as a caregiver of 2 precious, adorable aging parents, the challenges are staggering sometimes.
Yes.
And we need to meet each person where they're at. So we create an individualized assistance program, but we also create opportunities for our caregivers to have at least 2 hours every day of a solid respite, where myself and my professionals create adult daycare programming. We create an extensive workshop programming opportunities for the caregivers so that they can meet each other, interact with each other, and learn from us. We create caregiver circles. We have group dinner seating. We provide accompanied excursions. We create opportunities so that each family group can enjoy their experiences and make lifelong memories with their loved one on their terms.
Right.
So I try not to dictate their day, but we give them a lot of options so that they have opportunities to decide. Sometimes they don't decide till that morning, because sometimes mornings don't work out the way we thought they were going to work out.
Nope, definitely not in caregiving.
So sometimes our precious loved one doesn't wish to cooperate on that particular morning. And so we try to keep all of those doors open so that they're not committed to expensive excursions that they in the end can't participate in. Give them opportunities to take a caregiver with them on an experience that they want to do just with their family, but yet have a little bit of comfort to have someone there.
In case, like,
in case of
might happen.
In case it happens.
Yeah.
And you know what? A lot of times it does.
Yeah.
And we have lived through situations, experiences, that I could go on for hours explaining, but in the end, there is a physician on board every ship. We have never had a disaster, but there is a physician on board, and every single person travels with medical insurance so that we are covered and we can get emergency evac if we need it.
Okay.
And
That's
there
good
are
to know.
several other nurses on board with me. I do not pretend to take 80 people to the Caribbean by myself. I always have another nurse available to say, okay, what do you think?
Yeah.
Because I'm really busy, and
Yeah.
sometimes we just don't see all of the possibilities, and another person's ear is perfect.
Yeah.
So,
Well, hearing what you're providing is amazing. And I hope people take note. Insurance is factored in. That's huge. I
Mhm.
also think the hours of caregiver respite is huge, because caregiving is 24/7 for a lot of folks, and just being in a wonderful environment such as on a cruise and having that break for yourself, for your own well-being, as well as creating memories with your loved one. I think you've got a real recipe for something great here, Kathy. So I do thank you for sharing this. And
thank you.
I hope our listeners to the podcast enjoy this little video version that we are going to share. And if you have questions for Kathy, how do they contact you?
The phone number is 219-608-2002. And the website with the details is located at elitecruisesandvacationstravel.com.
Great.
And I'm
folks,
always happy to answer the questions.
And folks can join from Canada because we're broadcasting from Canada, right? So
absolutely. We've had a lot of Canadians travel with us.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing this wonderful opportunity for folks who are finding themselves caregivers of folks with dementia and other medical conditions. So thanks, Kathy.
Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. You as well. Thank you, Kathy. I recognize how precious your time is, especially as caregivers. And so this mini podcast is designed just for you. And when you have more time to listen to the full episode, please do. And while you're at it, please leave a rating and a review. If you find yourself in the midst of your own caregiving journey and need some supports, I invite you to tap into alongsidecaregiverconsulting.ca. Thanks again for listening and watching the video. Take care.